So they'll be calling you a radical. Where'd you sleep last night? I was on my way home and I got the call, and you'll get this from nobody on earth except for Kevin Blanch. Insiders, insiders, insiders. The fucking consumption junkie, fucking massive ignorant freak fucking show called fucking Ogden, Utah. Fucking weirdos fucking everywhere. It's a freak show. What the fuck are you looking at? Anyway, so 1,000 fishermen, over 1,000 each day, 1,000 on Saturday and over 1,000 on Sunday, fishing in Oregon on the lower Columbia River in this epic Chinook salmon catastrophe. So we all had bets inside, bunch of insiders, retail guys, fucking fishing guides, everybody. I have a community up there now, ODFW people, everybody. So we all have bets how many they're going to catch on when it gets open. So everybody was like, oh, 1,000, 800, 700. The lowest fucking I could ever see, somebody said, 280, and they laughed. So then it came to Tim. He set his, look at this fucking redneck hillbilly. So he set his, there's America! Fucking poison the planet. I'm proud of it. Smogged in Utah. So Tim said his is 70. And he laughed, and then they came to Kevin Blanch, and I says, 30. And they're like, oh my God, are you kidding? So the number's in. 2,000 fishermen, 36. 36. 36. And this is a sport. People, we're going to fly into Portland. We're going to fucking launch our fucking $200,000 boat. We're going to, let's drive it up there with our $75,000 fucking trailer, camper, our fucking $100,000 truck. So the Blanch Martin Matrix, I'm changing the number. I fucking got it to hundreds of thousands of dollars being spent. Not to mention the Mitchell Act, the lobbyists, the lawyers, the butcher, the baker, fucking the uncandlestick maker. Fucking freak show. The greatest ecological catastrophe in human history. The nuclear industry fucking crushes them, kills them. So I took the grandson, he wanted to go to the movie, and I said, okay, let's go. So he says, let's go see the Avenger movie at the end. Okay. In the movie, they quote Teller. Unfucking real. Who's the bad guy? Who's the good guy? I love the one character. Dr. Love. Fuck Dr. Strange Love. It's fucking, it's amazing what we've turned this fucking planet into. Fucking Hulk made of plutonium. For Kevin Blanch, the real fucking Avenger, the real fighter. For they are many and we are few. They have fucking money, we have wealth. We have light, they have darkness. We have fucking strong love, they have hate. They have death, we have fucking life. We have the fucking light, they are the fucking darkness of hell. They are fucking evil, we are good. Fucking period. The nuclear industry is the ultimate fucking evil. It's that fucking simple. They killed the Pacific, and anybody who's ever gone along with the fucking nuclear industry, who throws in with them. I saw now a bunch of the sellout whore fucking, all the Republicans, the right-wingers, they've all sold out whores to the nuclear industry now. They've about face. Now a lot of the Democrats are too. These fucking political whores, the fucking literature whores, the fucking academia whores, the marine biologist whores, the academia fucking whores. Anybody who's ever gone along with this fucking most evil fucking industry, most evil fucking thing in all of fucking humanity. May you fucking all fucking rot in the darkest form of fucking hell called a black hole. Because that's where you're all fucking headed. Fucking scumbags. 36. So we had a contest. I says, what do I fucking win? A free bone marrow transplant? I already paid for one. Never got. Maybe I can get another fucking round of chemo. I had a lot of those. He says, no, you get some fucking vintage fucking fishing tackle. Oregon vintage fast tackle. So, museum pieces. Museum pieces. Monterey Bay is a cliche. But California's a theme park, so is Oregon. Fucking salmon and starfish are a museum piece. Fucking, been going on for years. No. Let's see, going on for years. This is the ancient Shoshone Burial Ground right there. is where Chief Cherokee's father's father was buried. Right there. There's a Mormon church. Right there. Where'd you sleep last night? Don't you fucking lie to me, Kevin Blanche. I slept next to you. Don't you remember? Don't you remember? I slept next to you in the bone marrow transplant center. Don't you remember? Don't you remember? Lord, I remember. Lord, I remember. Way up Furman High. I remember. Lord, my dad used to haul that fucking sand off that sand hill off the ridge. Right there when I remember when I was a kid. My family used to own this. Home Depot now. Used to be fucking hundreds of thousands of swallows used to nest right in those sand hills right there. The ancient fucking Shoshone burial ground right there. Mount Fork. Lord, I remember. Lord, I remember. I slept in the fucking dead fucking pines with the sun from Fukushima, Japan. It always shines. I slept next to you. Kevin? Shh. Don't you remember, Kevin? Where'd you sleep last night, girl? Don't you fucking lie to me. I slept next to you. I slept next to you in the bone marrow transplant center at the top of LEAC Barrison. Don't you remember, Kevin? You held my hand. I'm dead, Kevin. I'm in heaven. Don't you remember? Lord, I remember. Lord, I remember. Way up Furman High. They did it. The crowning jewel of these fucking consumption junkie fucking dirtbags called fucking earth-sucking fucking invasive species called Europeans. Fucking freaks. Black hole for hell, for life is a test, and you motherfuckers failed. Air-sucking, earth-crawling, fainting fucking goats go through the fucking motions. Not me. Fucking life is more than who I am. For I am the fucking lightning bolt. For I am the fucking sun. For I am the wind. For I am the fucking anti-counter. I always think of Metalbron. Metalbron's in my head all the time. Fractal fucking physics. Metalbron's been in my head for fucking decades. I don't even know why. Fractal fucking physics. They fucking fractal. That Plutonium skies. Country of lies. The great American experiment. Their crowning fucking jewel. Nuclear power. Fukushima. First came the god of fucking salmon. 36. On the mighty fucking Columbia River. 36. Wow. You did it. First they came for the buffalo. I won't stop there. Sick motherfuckers. Sick motherfuckers.